and welcome back to another episode of Bantz with Lawrencia on the Lawrencia TV, a channel that celebrates ordinary people doing extraordinary things. So please subscribe, like, share, and also click on that notification bell to get notified anytime I post new content. So for today's discussion, I will be talking about a topic I came across on Twitter, and a doctor, shared a story about a friend, and the story was centered about his friend who earned over $500,000 per year, and he was very personable, he was very kind, he was very generous, he was really trying to help everybody around him, and he said he literally spent like a sailor. So he was spending those money. He had about 7 children in private school in, I think, the UK or somewhere, and after 20 years he is now broke. So one of the lessons that he said he learned from the whole thing is that wealth is not what you make but what you keep. So there were so many discussions, people were surprised that somebody that earned that amount of money could be broke after 20 years. And somebody asked, okay, what was this person doing to earn $500,000 per year? And he came back to say that his friend was into trading, into grocery trading, import and export. And after 20 years he's broke. So people had a whole lot of conversations based on this topic, and everybody was kind of saying, that some people argue that because he was very generous, he gave out everything and that was why he's broke. Some other people said because givers don't lack, so there's nothing wrong with him spending that amount of giving out generously. And some other people were kind of on the fence. They said if you have the business idea to make $500,000 per year, they were asking, okay, what happened to those ideas? After 20 years, what happened? Do you kind of lose all those ideas? Somebody replied and said, when money is wealth, everything can go wrong. And that is so true. I mean, that kind of hits differently for me, because I sat down and I thought about it, and I'm like, when we were growing up, we had those people we consider to be rich. I actually had this conversation recently with a friend. I said there were some people we considered very rich when we were growing up, and what we consider rich then was somebody that is living in a nice house, has a car. You think, oh, this person is put together, and down the line, looking back at those people now, you think, yeah, they were comfortable, but they had really gone down, the line. One thing I've realized with business is you have to upgrade yourself. There are so many people, I know of a family then that was dealing in motorcycle parts. This was like a very massive business that they were doing. They were earning a lot of money, and when it got banned, motorcycle actually got banned in Nigeria, and it was like that tap was cut off, and it was just like overnight, everything crashed overnight. So you could have that situation, but my point is, even if you have those situations and you don't have an idea, you have money to run that business, but when money is wealth, this is where people have problems. What I mean by that is, wealth can be different things. You can have a wealth of ideas, you can have a wealth of network, you can have a wealth of people with information, and money is not just your wealth. When money is your wealth and you're doing a business, and maybe, like I said, in a motorcycle case, and that situation ends or it got banned and it became a contraband goods and you couldn't deal with that anymore, and you don't go back to the drawing board and think about some other things to do, then it becomes a problem. Making money is like going to the gym. You're going to the gym, you're exercising, you're fit, you have six pack, when you stop doing that and, progressively as time goes on and you're not taking care of, what you eat and all that, you realize that it doesn't matter if you've been exercising for the past 10 years, you could gain a considerable amount of weight, and you won't even, if you're telling somebody that you used to have six pack, they'll be looking at you like, is that even possible? That same thing applies to making money. The moment you stop making money, the moment you don't have ideas. Yes, you have the money now, but the tricky part of it is, how do you keep this going? I mean, in this situation, I think his kids probably were not comfortable joining the business. These are private school children who probably don't want to. They have their own lives to live. They have their own goals. They have their own dreams. They have their own ambitions. And maybe probably he got a bit older and wasn't able to run the business as required. He wasn't able to be there to monitor daily activities. And then somebody else who, he made in charge of the whole process actually didn't know what to do, or maybe blew all the whole money and that was the end of it. So let's think about investment. Let's think about how we're going to increase our investment, and let us all be mindful of the kind of investments that we put our money into, because when money is wealth, everything can go wrong. Let's have an idea. Let's our wealth not be money. Let our wealth be ideas. Let our wealth be, information. Let our wealth be networks around us. Let us have a wealth of people that can put us into the right directions. I mean, recently, Davido did a fundraiser and raised over $600 million. I mean, $600 million. These are friends, these are fans, these are family, and this is not even his money. So when there are certain people or certain level you get to, you can't go broke. You cannot go broke regardless of the kind of investment. I mean, if you look at the situation, and this man actually had people who, depending on his network, no matter how bad it is, somebody can say, if you have friends that really tell you the truth, let's say you're doing a business and that business is going down the drain, and you look at your friends. I mean, sometimes you have to look at people. If you're seeing that, okay, this thing is not working and somebody is doing something else and that is actually working for them, why not copy? Ask people, this thing I'm doing is no longer working. Or if you have people that will tell you the truth, like, okay, you've been banging your head on this thing for the past, couple of years and it's not working. Why don't you do this and do this? I'm doing this and it's actually working for me. It takes, a lot. It takes good network. It takes good friendship or good people around you to come out, not just telling you the truth, but also want to advise you to do the right thing or to do things that will help you. So money or wealth, it shouldn't be about money. It should be about the people you surround yourself with. It should be about your network. It should be about, your ideas. I mean, ideas now is worth more than money. Idea is wealth, because you cannot, if you have a wealth of ideas, you definitely will not run out of money, because no matter when something closes, you have another idea that could pick up in a different direction. So let's understand that wealth it's not just about money. And if we think that wealth is money, then unfortunately we might end up as this particular man that we read the story today. Thank you very much for watching today's episode of When Money is Wealth, Then Everything Can Go Wrong. So let us try as much as possible to understand that as long as you are making something and you're saving and investing, you will be fine. Not just investing, but progressively increasing your investment, regardless of how small it is. So let's go into 2022 with the mindset of investments. Who is with me? Let's start learning from failures. Let us not be the guinea pigs of failures. Let's always put ourselves in situations whereby we have network of people that would tell us the truth and give us ideas, share idea with. So thank you very much for watching today's episode. Please like, share, and also comment. If you want to leave us, if this story in any way resonates with you and you want to leave us a comment, you can leave us a comment at the comment section or email me at admin@digitalrentv.com. Happy to read your comments, happy to read your stories, happy to read your views. So thank you very much and have a lovely happy new year in advance until I see you next week. Bye bye.